Wagwan, everybody. I am your Jamaican queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV, and this is Y'all I'm Watching This with Miss Y. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, now called X, at How I See It, and on TikTok at How I See It TV. So y'all, I'm hearing that word on the street is that there is a new reality TV series or docuseries that is about to hit the airwaves. It's called the Childcare Cartel, and it follows Black women entrepreneurs in the childcare industry in Atlanta. They hosted a premiere watch party, and the event was hosted by entrepreneur and award-winning television producer Melody Cherie. So I'm gonna share with y'all some behind-the-scenes clips from the event. And these clips I curated from the Childcare Cartel's Instagram.
We just finished watching the screening of the Childcare Cartel.
Tell y'all something.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell y'all something. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. When I say these ladies have put their all into this new reality series, I'm telling you something. Business, dating, balancing, family, everything. Don't miss this one, because this one's gonna be sticky. Sticky. Of all of this. So I'm gonna save that one for you. What system saved your sanity behind the scenes?
Oh, Jesus. The system that saved my sanity, honestly, is probably, I ain't even gonna sit up here and lie to y'all. I ain't saying.
You still in
No, I'm being honest. Like, I definitely would love to cookie cutter it, but I don't think there's a system that exists that would, help us out mentally, because there's no way to get it right. No matter how hard we try, no matter what we put in place, no matter who we hire, no matter how much we pay, we never get it right, because something is always changing. What I think the thing that has saved me when it comes to systems is just following those systems and hoping they help just a little bit. If you get one good day where a system actually worked, then guess what? You're doing all right.
So as I said earlier on in the video, the Childcare Cartel, the cast, they had an event in Atlanta on July 23rd. It was a networking event, a panel discussion, but it also served as a watch party for what I believe is the first episode of their docuseries. And the event was hosted by Melody Cherie. Now, what is not clear to me is whether or not Melody, through her production company, Tilted Crowns Productions, is a part of producing this series. That is not clear as yet, but I'm sure that in due time, if the case is that Tilted Crowns Productions is a part of producing the show, that they will announce it. But what I do know is that if you're looking at your screen, the young woman in the middle in yellow, Sherry J, she is the creator and executive producer of the Childcare Cartel. So I just wanted to put that out there. And the Childcare Cartel has been receiving significant press. I'm talking Essence Magazine, Femi Magazine, the Jasmine brand, Gossip. They've been on the news in Atlanta and Washington, D.C. The reports that I've read is that there is a lot of network interest in the show, but there is no announcement regarding the premiere date or where we will be able to watch the series. For me, I can see the Childcare Cartel being aired on TLC or Lifetime. And let's not forget, money-making mogul Melody also owns her own television network, Nubian Network, so the Childcare Cartel could probably land there as well. But wherever they land and whatever time they're coming on, I'll be saying, y'all, I'm watching this because for those of you who don't know, my background is in childcare. When I moved to the US in 2016, I thought with my educational background and my employment history that it would be easy for me to find a job. However, it took me 6 months before I landed my first position, and that was at a childcare center where I was hired as one of the assistant teachers for their toddler room. A few months later, I was moved to the 2-year-old room where I was the assistant teacher for that room as well. I got pregnant, and when I got pregnant, I knew immediately that I was going to stick and stay in the childcare industry for a while because y'all, in Florida, childcare is expensive. And when I had my daughter, I found out that I did not even qualify for some of the government aid like WIC and stuff like that some of my coworkers and other people I knew at the time were telling me that I should apply for. I went and applied and they said, girl, you don't qualify for this, okay? You're good. Thanks to my husband. They said, girl, you're good. So I also didn't qualify for like subsidies that would lower the cost of putting my daughter in daycare, right? So I knew that I would have to stick and stay in childcare for a while. I had my daughter, and at 3 months when I was ready to go back to work, unfortunately, that preschool that I was working at, they did not have any room in their baby room. So it was either I waited on them to have space or to find space, or I find another job. And what I did was I applied to other schools and I landed a job at another childcare center. But this time they placed me in their preschool section. So I was an assistant teacher for the 3-year-old preschool room. And that's when I found out about all these certifications and licensing that I could get if I wanted to climb the ladder in the early childhood education space. So I went ahead and I got my certification and my license as a pre-K teacher. And after I got those certifications, I decided that I was going to apply to another school because there were some things happening at that job that I didn't like anyways. And so I applied to another school for an assistant VPK teacher position. I got that job in 2019, and I have been working at that school now for a few years, where now I am a lead pre-K teacher, and I am also their after-school care and homework center director and their camp director. So I know this space. I know the childcare space. I know the preschool space. I know the early childhood education space. So I'm excited to watch this series to see if some of the woes that I've experienced in this industry are some of the same things that they're experiencing. But not just the woes. I want to see some of the systems that they have in place in some of their centers. And so maybe I can take a few things from their centers and bring it into my center, right? My vision for my future is to own my own preschool. Not a childcare center, but a preschool. I just want to have from 2-year-olds to pre-K and maybe kindergarten as well. I want to own a preschool in the US, and I want to go back to Jamaica and establish a luxury childcare center there as well. So when I tell y'all that I'm excited about this show, I am absolutely excited and can't wait for them to announce an air date. So shout out to the women of the Childcare Cartel. Y'all, I'm watching this. Thank you for watching this. And until my next video, walk good. Bye.